Hello, I am Arpita Karkarey. I am a computer engineer with a master's from the US. I also hold a master's degree in education and am doing my PhD at Pune University. For the last 15 years, I have owned and operated schools. My expertise is designing systems to make the schooling process smooth and effective for the teachers, students, and management. We all know that there are a lot of problems in our schooling system. Reports show us that our educational quality is not good as many other developed countries. If our children are not quite learning, it means that our schools are not doing a good job of teaching. What is going wrong? I think that the list of problems is really very long. The most important one is that we don't have planning in teaching. We don't know exactly how and what the teachers teach in the classroom. That is why many times the syllabus is not properly completed. There is no consistency in teaching across classrooms. The teacher has to explain a lot in the class as the books are not designed for self-learning. Teaching effectively greatly depends on how the teacher speaks, how she behaves, her personality. So the teaching in every classroom varies because the teacher changes. There are a lot of other things to be done in the classroom as well, which deviate from the learning timetable and reduce effectiveness. The teachers don't have enough time to teach, give practice, and use all the tools. They also have long and windy CCE reports to fill out. All these result in stressed teachers with huge workloads. An overloaded teacher has a lot of work in and out of the classroom. She has to write a lot on the board, so her back faces the students most of the time. She doesn't get enough time to look at what the children are doing and get feedback. There is a lot of correction work for which the teacher has to carry heavy notebooks back and forth. In addition to that, she has to write these reports which stress her out even further. These situations lead to a vicious cycle. Students lose interest in learning, the performance goes down, the teacher is held responsible and more interventions are planned. The teacher gets stressed and her effectiveness is further reduced, and this goes on and on and on. I think that the entire schooling system has been designed for the benefit of the students. The infrastructure, teachers, gadgets, and all the other things are just tools to make sure students get education. All these things are just a means to achieve that goal. The one and only goal that a schooling system exists for is the good of the students. We have to make sure that not a single period or a single day of school goes by where the students are not benefiting. When a learning system doesn't work for years together, a whole generation goes by without picking up the skills they need for a good life. That is a serious issue. The wise Buddha steps in here with a tried and tested proven solution. It is a planned learning system which brings together the students, teachers, parents, and management. I would like to tell you a little bit about this learning system. The wise Buddha takes care of the daily planning that teachers have to do and frees them up to focus on the students. Students become better learners and academic outcomes improve. Conceptual understanding becomes strong and fluency in English also increases. Parents and teachers feel confident after looking at the students' progress and the overall motivation levels remain high. The basic assumption of the wise Buddha is that school is the starting point of the story of the child's life. These 10 years are the longest time that a person remains engaged with any one formal institution. We have to make sure that this time is well utilized, not haphazard, and very effective. The smallest unit of teaching that is available to us is the 30-minute period in the classroom. A blueprint called the curriculum map defines what is to happen in every such period. Every period is planned to take the syllabus one step ahead, to focus on some concept and some skill. The syllabus is covered properly. There is no need to rush through anything at all, and there is a consistency in teaching across classrooms. Worksheets are handouts that are given to each and every child in the classroom. They follow the blueprint of the curriculum map. The concept that is to be taught in that period has a definite approach and explanation to be communicated. After that, there are some exercises to be solved. Questions have to be asked to test understanding and assimilation of the concept. All these things for a particular period appear on that period's worksheets. Worksheets free up the teacher from the position near the blackboard. They eliminate dictation of questions and answers in the classroom. They let the teacher get all that extra time to focus on the students and their understanding. They can walk around, face the students, and see how they're doing. This standardizes teaching and assures us of a quality of education in all classrooms. Schools need no additional infrastructure or facilities, as all this is managed through only print material. A new, fresh worksheet every day keeps the children's interest in school alive. They try to be neat and tidy in their work. For good remarks, they try to be accurate too. They do a lot more meaningful writing than a conventional learning system. CCE is short for Continuous Comprehensive Evaluation. It is the core fundamental on which the whole process of education has been designed. Well-planned evaluations are conducted with ease in the regular classroom time itself as part of the routine activities. All these things are incorporated in the curriculum map and integrated into the worksheets. This evaluation is done through a variety of activities: group activities, individual thoughts, personal response, open book tests, observations, demonstrations, and other such processes are included in the CCE sheets of the Wise Buddha learning system. These evaluations are regularly spaced. Teachers test as part of the regular routine. Students have no idea they are being tested. This testing is basically to ensure that learning is on track. If not, there are instructions on how and when to take remedial action, which is immediate and therefore effective. The best part is that this kind of CCE puts absolutely no additional burden on the teachers. For the early primary years, standard 1 to 5, all the teaching, learning and practice happens in the school itself. In these years, there is no homework, so parents do not have to be academically proficient to keep students on track. Later on, the students get proper homework so they can do it on their own. Teachers key in daily progress on the curriculum map. It takes about 5 seconds after every period to do so. They can do it directly on the tablet app too. This lets the education officers or local authorities check the progress of the school on their tablet. This generates instant and automatic reports for all the concerned officers. It marks schools and zones in red, yellow and green to make sure that timely corrective action is taken which benefits all. The Wise Buddha takes a very professional approach to teaching to make sure that we are efficient and ultimately effective. Problems like heavy school bags, poor academic outcomes, English fluency, teacher stress, and the dropping number of students in public schools are all addressed in this one solution. The Wise Buddha learning system has been researched and developed and successfully implemented for the last 20 years. This is a very brief overview of what we do. We would like to meet up with you in person to explain it in greater depth. Thank you. Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya. Lead us to the light of knowledge.